This is the Cast Arrows puzzle. It is a puzzle by Hanayama, and it has 4 arrows and a heart. This is an extremely fiddly puzzle, and as all arrows look identical, I assure you they are not. Once you know which arrow is special, it becomes like a key in a lock. Let's take a look at how this one works. So, to go over everything first, we have this heart. It has Hanayama on the back side of it right there. Then we have these 4 arrows, with one of them having the arrows imprint on it. So, find the one that says arrows, and we want that to be on the tip of the heart. Now, in order to switch things around, we have these divots in the heart, and we gotta grab 2 of these arrows, and we're able to pick them up just to separate them a little bit, and then we can spin them around, and that's how you change the orientation. So if this arrows piece is in the wrong orientation or in the wrong spot, then you need to maneuver it that way. So once we have the arrows at the head of the heart facing outside, I guess, facing to the left, we want to grab this piece at the back and pinch it off just like this. So it shouldn't be that difficult. Now you want to grab these 2 middle pieces, lift them up slowly. This part's the tricky part. We want to spin them around, and then the back piece, slide on the back of that piece in our right hand, and then the front piece, we want to carefully put that over top, just like so. And what that does is it allows us something, it gives us something to pinch, as well as bringing both those arrow pieces in those divots. And then we can push them down a little bit. And now we can pinch it with our right hand. Now this other one, we want to bring this all the way up, and then we want to spin the arrow word away from us. So spin it around, just like so. Bring it down, and then swivel it out. If you were to do it the other way, it wouldn't work. So I'll show you what I mean. I can't get this back in there. It needs to be this way, with the arrows out. So now that you have that one arrow out, let's just let everything collapse. So now that we have all these together, let's turn these 2 so that they're on that T section. And then we're going to try to hold them apart, so that there is a little gap that remains there. And then we're going to grab this piece and put it right in the middle and slide it out. And then we want to grab this other piece and slide it out as well. Just like so. The other piece just slips right out. So these actually do go right through the heart. But that is how you disassemble the cast arrows. So let's take a closer look at these pieces before we put them back together. We find our arrows piece, and we find another piece that's the same kind of shape as the other arrows. And we can barely notice the difference at the tips. There is a difference enough there that it allows this piece to sneak through over top of the other ones. So let's put this arrows piece to the side. Let's turn this Hanayama piece with the Hanayama imprint on the bottom. And then let's start putting these pieces back together. So the first piece is okay. The second piece is okay as well. But the third piece can be a little tricky. So we want to keep these 2 pieces and actually separate them so that they're in that T position for the heart. Just like that. So they're kind of together at the bottom, and inside the heart they're filling up those 2 gaps. And then we just pierce between the 2 with this 3rd arrow. And now, quickly before we let go, let's just try and mess this stuff up a little bit. Otherwise, it will fall right back out. There we go. So now, bring all the arrows together again. Not in that position. Preferably in the other position. There we go. And then bring the heart down on a table or the floor or wherever you are. And we want to push these up and rotate them. But now when we rotate them, just be careful, because we want to grab that right piece and stick it to the right, and keep that left piece on the left. So you just have to be a little delicate. But this does make the entire procedure a little easier. So that's what it looks like. And then we grab this piece with the arrows to the left. We slide that in. Just like so. And that is how you reassemble it. So now, in order to put everything back together the way it came, just kind of move everything around a little bit. And depending on where the arrows piece was, if the arrows piece was all the way at the back, you know how to switch the two middle pieces around. But aside from that, that is how you reassemble the cast arrows puzzle. Thanks for watching.